In the year of 2021, after many years of searching, I was able to purchase a remote property deep in the mountains of Western Canada. I've recently decided to quit my job, move here full-time, and see if I can survive solely on a YouTube income. With no neighbors, very difficult access, endless wilderness, and a river that runs through it all, I couldn't be happier with this newfound freedom. Follow along with me for this challenging journey while I try to create a livable space in this unforgiving yet beautiful, vast wilderness. Nasty out. It's almost freezing. It's like a few degrees above freezing. It's going to be dark in about an hour or two. Part of me wants to just camp out in the vehicle for the night and not go on the trail. I might have to tough it out, go to the cabin, and then now that there's a wood stove in there, get a nice little fire going. Gonna need this thing pretty soon. Sure of it. And I got this here shovel today. I'll need it to dig out the vehicle when the big snow comes in. Top of the morning, everybody. It's of utmost importance to get the boat going. Given that there's been so much rain lately and the river has come up enough, if I cannot get the jet drive going, it could be just deep enough to run propeller on the river. Because I don't know for sure if the river is deep enough for the propeller. There's really good potential for smashing into rocks and stuff. In which case you can break your propeller. If I can get one run up the river with propeller on and it's successful, then I don't have to start the jet drive up, which has been so hit or miss. Some days it works, most days it doesn't, and I've been avoiding bringing it in to get fixed because it's just such an effort to get it onto the trailer and into a mechanic, and the mechanics are so expensive and it's a long drive to get there, all that fun stuff. So anyway, we'll see what I can do, and hopefully one of the two motors get going. If I can get the propeller going, there's a lot of rain in the forecast for the next couple days, so rain and snow I think, but hopefully one of them starts. So the generator was working and the boat is always maybe not working, but they're both not working again. And generator I think I can fix. Let's see if we can get the jet drive going. If not, I will head over, grab my old school boat. I was looking at the river. I don't think it's deep enough, but it's worth trying. I don't want to smash the propeller off it, or you could break the drive shaft on it. So hey, if I get that thing going and I can get all the lumber up here, I could just start building right away again. Oh yeah, so quickly address the cable across the river idea, which I keep getting over and over in the comments. That is something I thought about even long before I even started the YouTube channel. I went to a government official and inquired about it. It's blah blah blah. One of the only cases he's known of for somebody applying for something like this. So anyway, I think when you get into the real engineering of it, you have a span that crosses a river. How much do you think a stainless steel cage or something that would hold a person safely and not break, just the cage alone on some sort of roller, what are we looking at right there? $10,000? Or just like, I'm not gonna do James Bond stuff and just clip into some body harness and go across. I mean, there has been houses, or not houses, there's been people that have lived on this side. I referenced from a local book. There was a cabin built on this side around 1920, 25. It's long gone. There's nothing left of it. It's just over here. It's where my property is now. There's an old black and white photo of it. Someone was a trapper and he spent winters up here. So, and then there's a guy that was living in the thing over there. People have lived on this side of the river over the years. When it gets cold, the water drops a lot. So where the rapids are, even where I was crossing up there, it gets to be knee high. Knee high. I don't know what the old timers were doing 100 years ago, but somebody lived here and spent winters here and they were crossing without a cable. And then when you get into if you really, any builders or engineers that are watching this, if you really want to build something properly, you're getting into concrete footings, lots of rebar, some pretty serious cable, a cable cage, getting approval, making sure helicopters aren't getting hung up on the cable when they do come through here. All this stuff, I can't see it being less than, like realistically to do it proper, I don't know, minimum $50,000. Maybe you could do some sort of jerry rig system or whatever. But the thing is, like, look, I have a canoe right there. I'm getting across. It gets cold, water drops. There's places to cross. Obviously you don't want to get wet. Throw on some hip waders, walk across. Maybe have a safety rope or something. Go there. If you really put yourself in my shoes here, what it would take, you're trying to get, all you're really focused on is getting a video out. Getting a video out, and then now get the generator working again, get the boat working again, get all the materials up here so I can start building. Do I have any concerns about being unable to cross? I think maybe periodically, given if the water's too high or during the spring flow, the spring melt, that kind of thing. Most other times you just use that thing, or in the winter, cross where it's low, where you know that if you do fall through some sort of ice, you're only up to your knees. And like I say, realistically, getting a proper good cable sort of thing, you have to get in that thing. You need a landing on both sides. You need some way to propel it across, whether it's manually or with a motor. I mean, the waterway is technically it's a water highway for anyone who wants to use it. So I think it's a really cool idea, and I think it would be awesome if I had tons of money to blow. I would say it's a really great idea. It's actually an amazing idea, but given that I don't have $50,000 or $100,000 to just get for a cable trolley thing, even though it'd be super cool if somebody wants to start a GoFundMe for Sean's cable trolley, I will promise you I will get it built. And that would make for some very entertaining videos. But it has to be done properly. It can't be just some jerry rig thing to a tree and cable down to the ground that's going to last a year or something like that, and you're not sure if the cable's going to break or not. But you know what? Life goes on. Some days it's going to be tough to get across. Most days, hopefully it's not. Jump start. It's wide open. You mechanic types who are wondering, I have spark. I pulled out the spark plugs, tested them there. You can see spark, so the spark plugs do have spark. My best bet is to take the carburetor off and give it a good going over. And perhaps I do just take it in to the mechanic and cough up the money. I know it'll be expensive. Or I could keep tinkering. I mean, on the one hand I can learn more and keep going, but on the other hand I want to get stuff built. Might be able to get the propeller up this river, but I'm just sort of doubtful. I think it's just too low. I think I'll run into gravel and rocks and I will break the propeller or the drive shaft. But it's worth a try. I can get it upriver, or I could try to at least get it upriver and see how far I can make it until I just have to be careful I don't really just pound the hell out of that thing and break it. So I don't know, guys. I have to get a boat going, or I can call and get a helicopter quote for all the materials, but I have stuff stranded down on the river. I have everything else is, you know, I could just leave that stuff stranded there for the year, and the spring floods will take it away. Just call it the day on that stuff. Just maybe focus more on getting a mill in. It's a logistical nightmare. I just want to start making videos where I'm swinging a hammer and cutting stuff and making stuff. None of this crossing the river and blah blah blah. I just want to get back to making actual videos of building stuff. Well, she doesn't start. Well, it's worth a try. Let's go see if we can start now that I have the outboard up here. Motor, propeller motor from year one. Well, there it is, all the way from year one. You can see on the prop that it was a brand new prop. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll start up. It's been a couple of years. Is. I just don't even know if I can get it up the river without, you know, running that propeller into the ground. I might be just deep enough, I don't know. Yeah, it's actually started. That's wild. Hasn't started in 2 years, but the more I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure the river's too shallow. Let's give it a try anyway. Oh, backing up. I don't think I can trust this thing. I think this thing's all messed up. Oh, this thing's all messed up. Oh, it's officially a hazard now. Let's get into a shallow area here, eh? I'm certain that river's a little too shallow for this thing anyway. It probably would just end up damaging this, so risky idea to begin with. Desperate idea. This is a great little boat though. I mean, that thing started right up. That surprised me. So, this boat's considerably lighter than the other one. I can't drive all the way down this far or I'll get stuck, so I'm just gonna pull it up a little ways. Gonna do a quick unboxing. A friend of mine named Nick, who I used to work with in Alberta, sent me this. What a great guy. He now owns a auto mechanic shop and even manufactures certain specialized parts, I guess you could say. I'll put his link, whatever, I'll put his website. Thanks, Nick. We worked together for quite a few years in Alberta, so anyway, let's see. It's obviously some sort of winch, a drill winch. Wow, what a guy. Out of the goodness of his heart. Still running? Yeah, this thing. Drill winch. Nice, nice. I'll use that for pulling the boat out. The other boat. Wow. This thing is awesome. Unreal. Thanks, buddy. Removing boat from water. Problem solved. wait this one out before I get the trail. It's nasty. Something I should have did last week. May as well do it now that I'm over here. Fill in the hole, Sean. Found the mechanic back at it. I will tell you, this is the wettest day. And it's like a cold wet. I think it's going to turn into snow. I had it running for about an hour after I fixed it the first time. Well, I don't know if this will work, but I just cleaned out the carburetor again. There was a bit of debris in there, but it didn't seem that bad. Oh. Well, let's try it. It's not very well lit right now, but I'm in the... Where's all my lights? I'm in the little cabin. It's gonna get below freezing tonight for the first time. I don't know. It was a terrible day, raining all day, like weather-wise and everything. But you know, you just cozy up to a little book here. Got the Ranch on the Caribou on the go, and it's okay. It's quite dark in here, but I had it lit up a minute ago, and a little stove, and the simple things in life. It's just a muddy mess out there. I look forward to the day when there's a much better setup, but even this sort of thing right now is kind of awesome. I don't mind it. It'll get better. Well, all packed and ready to go. Just sort of feels like a losing battle. Hey everyone, quick note here. My main focus on this day is to get the boat and or the boat motor down the river to the village or somehow out to the boat launch so I can get the boat motor into a mechanic, get them to fix it. I'm scared to drift that river with that kind of boat because if I get caught up, hung up in somewhere and it takes on water, it's gonna sink. Jeez, I just can't bring myself to drift that thing. I have to get a motor to a mechanic. I'm gonna try one last time to start it. Not gonna drift the river. It's too dangerous. Well, the boat is down here. It's been tied up here for the past week. Let's go see if we can get it started. I did it. That's it, guys. The motor just quit after all that rain. I'm really going a good clip here. I think I'll pull out at the neighbors up ahead. Yeah, that's the end of that thing. She don't want to start. Well, success. Got the boat out at the neighbors, and I didn't film any of that. But boat there, so I gotta rip over, grab the trailer, hook the trailer up, and then throw the boat on. And then that was an all-day affair, getting the boat downriver to the neighbors. Spent some time at the neighbors. They gave me a sack of potatoes. Thanks, neighbors. And oh, they have the best garden. And then so I'm gonna hit the trail right now. It's obviously gonna be pitch black when I get there. Canoes waiting for me on shore. I'll head to town in the morning. So another boat related day tomorrow. I like potatoes. This trail is an absolute mess after all that rain. Having a hard time walking on it here. Not just black bears around here now. I guess grizz, there has been a grizz sighting recently, not too far. Okay. I have this here roast. Looking good. Good morning, everyone. The sun has finally come out. Top of the morning, everyone. I am going to go take the boat into town. I can start purchasing the roofing, whatever else, insulation, get the boat motor fixed. So I'm just going to do some quick roof measurements, seeing as I'm changing the pitch of the, let's take a look here. The load will be transferred to the wall itself on top of these common rafters. These additions on either side of the cabin will have a steeper pitch, therefore more headroom in there, and be able to shed snow much easier with the sharper pitch on the roof. So I'm just going to do some quick measurements for the tin and then go into town. Okay, it's a little tricky here. There you go. Ooh, that battery doesn't like it. The load will be right on top of the wall, on top of these rafters, on top of the plywood, on top of the rafters. Solid, better pitch. There's the new roof pitch for the additions on either side. The only thing is, it leaves me a little short on the ends. Where's my finger? It leaves me a little short on the ends for a longer overhang. I could scab onto it and extend the overhang, or just go with it as is. Yeah, so we have one measurement for tin all the way across the roof, and then from that point there up, and then same on the other side, and then from this point down to whatever I account for an overhang, assuming I would like a longer overhang than that, so I'll add, say, another foot to that. Okay, so we're gonna go 7 foot, let's just say 7 foot. It's gonna be a transition plate. It's probably gonna come down, I don't know, 8 inches and up 8 inches as well. So it's gonna go under. It'll cap on top of the sheeting here. Anyway, that's a lot of explanation. Terminate there. So we're gonna go 10'4" plus 1, 11'4". So for the lower section, I have to be careful about ventilation because I have the ventilation going underneath the plywood there. The air travel will flow on top of the insulation underneath the plywood, up and out the ridge cap at the top of the roof. So with further ado, let's go into town and take that boat back. What do I need? Probably anywhere from 6 to 10 good boat trips on the river, and I will have everything up here. If I don't get everything up here, that's okay. At least the heavy stuff, the insulation, I can bring in on the trail, you know, I don't know, one at a time, whatever. Try to get all of it up here now that I can afford to buy it. So lumber mill is in the works. I don't know which one or how much or where. Finally, sunny day. I love it. A special big thank you to Tufta Outdoor Wear, who have been working with me and have been genuinely very supportive in my own outdoor dream. They sent me all this amazing stuff to wear. I'm giving it a go. It's great out here. It's rugged. It's very breathable, that's for sure. If you want, visit tuftwear.no. Check out the link in my description for a 15% discount. And by using this code, you are supporting my channel and at the same time getting Norwegian quality outdoor clothing for your own next adventure. I know I've talked about the boat motor at least three or four different times in videos, so I won't bore you to death on it. But just to reiterate, Sea-Doos. no, you're not going to use a Sea-Doo on this river. Sorry. I'm just still getting so many messages about this. Remember, this flat part of the jet is parallel to the bottom of the hull of the boat. During high water, you can run any boat you want. You can run a propeller, it doesn't matter. But when it gets low, the reason I was catching what's wrong with the motor is the internal combustion engine. Now, I've smashed this a few times, but that has nothing, like I broke a piece off up there. The jet has nothing to do, the impeller and the intake has absolutely nothing to do with the outboard being not running. It's the internal combustion. So it's the engine itself, it's the motor. So that's why I'm telling you all this. This is for extreme shallow water. Still working, no issues with this at all. Zero issues with this. The reason I was hitting rocks is because I was traveling, or you know, when I smashed it good a few times, it's because I was traveling in this much water in a few spots. This river doesn't have much mud. It's all really big stones. It will destroy the propeller off a mud motor. So inboard jet and hovercraft and that stuff is completely out of the question because they cost like $1 billion. So there's no hovercraft here. Okay, and the thing with the big propeller that they use in Florida, that's not going to happen either. So this is the best option for this river. You know, I was going late at night and I was going off course. That was the reason I was catching really big stones and hitting the jet drive, which is still perfectly fine. So nothing beats this, nothing except the inboard jet drive. Just pulling into town here. A rope, 100 feet and or 30 meters. Who knows? I'll use it for something. 10 bucks. And then this thing here, need this for the trailer. You can see what the roads do to the lights. They really just don't last. I worked my magic the best I could and was able to convince the mechanic to work on it today. I said I need it emergency, blah blah blah. I'll pay a little extra, I don't really care, I just need it running. And then yeah, so I might have it running today, but I can't pick it up till later this afternoon. So I will be spending the entire day in town here. Thinking I might pull the trigger on a sawmill, get that up there before winter, because that would be a very big deal.
Can I bring you anything else? Coffee or anything?
Just Bill, I'll come up with you in a second here.
Oh.